Hello, welcome to Frank Talk on Team TV Hollywood, where we explore the lifestyles of celebrity immigrants, celebrate immigrant successes, and discuss immigrant pressing matters. Our guest today is Ehinome from Nigeria, a phenomenal gospel singer and actress who resides in Southern California. Good to see you, Ehinome.
Thank you so much, Pam.
Thanks for taking the time to chat with us on Frank Talk.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Been looking forward to chat with you, and you're a mystery in itself.
Wow.
So, in reading your bio, I was amazed because you've been a model, you've been an actress, you've pursued so many paths. So, I really want to know, how did you begin this journey into gospel music to this success? I mean, I call you an emerging mogul.
Oh,
because
thank
that's
you.
where I see you going, girl.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate that.
Just tell us a little bit how you got to where you are.
Well, it's a long story, but again, I'll cut it short. Actually, music is in my family. My mother, is a singer. She was involved in, music way back when I can remember. I remember her taking me to her music functions in the studios and stuff like that. So I just grew up falling in love with music. So at 14, I started doing some weekly TV. They call it Music Panorama, NTA Benin. And from there, other people discovered me. I went into acting, Bender Playhouse at NTA Benin as well. So music, acting has always been part of me. So from there, I went to University of Benin, studied theater arts, and I came back here. I did so many things over there. Played with a lot of bands, did a lot of background singing, there's a popular guy, Majek Fashek, then. So that brought me to this place, America, but just put those things aside a little bit. Had to take care of family issues, got married, have children, thank God, which is really, really a blessing, So with their support and just start carrying on again. Now they've given me the blessing. It's time to roll again. I've been just quiet for too long, and here we are. So music, acting. I've actually done 5 movies.
Wonderful.
5 Nollywood movies here.
The second.
Yeah.
Even that Nollywood is like the third largest industry
company right now, right?
Yes, in the world.
Yes. So music and acting is my heart.
It's your passion.
My heart. It's my passion. But coming here, like you said, we have to do so many other things. Put that aside with family. I went into nursing.
Okay.
So I work as a nurse as well, which all these 3 things, I'm so blessed. And I just thank God so much for these things that He's brought my way. And I really love them so much.
Yes. So not only are you healing with your nursing, healing physically, you're also healing us spiritually with your music.
Amen.
That's wonderful. Someone once told me, as immigrants, all of us out here trying to make it. And typically, we don't pursue the careers that we set out doing.
Tell me about
We have
it.
to do a few things before we actually do what we want to do, and then the passion and the dreams. Now, someone once told me that you should look at your accomplishments or your aspirations like building blocks.
True.
So if one falls, you go back, you pick it up, and you set it. So that's like a little tip or secret to moving up. What's your secret?
Very true. That's my secret, actually. You just never stop. You don't let trials, tribulations, obstacles, because we're always going to have them. They are constant. In fact, those help you to be strong and, help you pick up and just move on. So when they come, you go to the next hurdle, you cross, you go to the next hurdle. That's just a secret.
And that's
you never stop.
That's
you
a
never
great,
stop.
great message.
Yes.
Because you're doing it and you're still looking great.
Oh, thank you so much.
Taking it all in stride.
I try.
Now, as a gospel singer, you're African from Nigeria.
Yes.
And you have to deal with the gospel singers that are American and other. Have you been influenced in any way by American culture in your music?
I will say yes, because I've been gone from Nigeria for over 20-something years. So I'll say yes in a good way, because I try to pick, I look at the whole picture. I'm an African here in America, but I have to pick what's good in the culture, because cultures are very different.
Absolutely.
So from where I'm from, the culture is so different from here. So every little thing that I see that's good in it, I pick it up and then add it to mine. It's actually to my advantage, So I have the Nigerian culture and I have the American culture. I just blend it together and take it home.
It's funny
Let
because
it work.
that's a wonderful fusion.
Yes.
And speaking of that, it seems to me, and I think even to you, that American artists or fashion or art have been influenced, you can subtly see African culture infused in their music, in their art. I mean, the likes of Beyonce, Shakira, you know, when they perform or even sing, you can sometimes tell that there is that African infusion, and it's so well accepted.
Yes.
However, it would appear that African artists seem to have a hard time crossing over. Have you experienced that? And what do you, or do you just want to stay in your genre? And if not, what do you think could be the challenge of making it as a crossover where Americans can appreciate your music?
You know, I think music is universal. It's a universal language. It's just because of the different cultures, you see it differently, okay? So the African beat, the American beat, they're very different, but they can fuse together.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, Americans have been, you know, taking a lot of our culture and blending it and using it to their advantage. Beyonce, like you said, in fashion-wise, I just saw some pictures of her on a magazine or so. She's wearing her Ankara. Ankara is from Africa.
Yeah.
And when she blended, I'm like, oh my God.
You know, you even think maybe somebody, maybe it's Photoshop or something, but she's actually wearing it.
It's not. No, she's actually wearing it because she's traveled. I think she's gone to Nigeria a few times, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, it's just a universal language.
Yes,
we can cross over, and I think we've been doing that.
Yes.
We've had a lot of artists from Nigeria now coming here to collaborate.
That's true.
You know, we have a lot of, what's his name? D'banj.
Yeah.
Is now fusing with Kanye West.
Oh, wonderful.
D'banj and another musician, they've also, I think I've seen a picture of them or a video or something like that with Snoop Dogg. So we have a lot of artists coming now and collaborating, and that's a good thing.
And I think that's going to be the vehicle that would bring African music to the international community. Because Akon is one of those artists that I know has collaborated with some African artists.
Absolutely.
So let's see, what really inspired you to do gospel music then?
Oh my God, what inspired me to do gospel music? Everything inspired me to do gospel music. My life inspired me to do gospel music. You know, where I find myself inspired me because I really didn't start as a gospel artist.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
Really?
Do you know Dolly Parton?
Tell me.
Country music, girl.
You know what? You need to stop.
Dolly Parton.
You know, Americans will have a hard time thinking of Dolly Parton,
I'm telling you,
country music, and Africa.
Country music. She was my big inspiration. I started singing my coat of many colors that my mama made for me. You know, that was one of her biggest hit ever. And I picked it up. And I kind of, you know, related to her because I was raised by a single mom. Yeah. And she talked a lot of, most of her stories were about country, about poverty and stuff like that. I kind of related to that. So I just fell in love with Dolly Parton. So that was my first. And from there, I got into reggae music, you know, and gospel has always been there, but it just kind of exploded.
So it's sort of like your platform.
It's my platform, inspiration. What God has done for me is a big inspiration. His love, His protection, where I am today, where I came from, all these things put together became an inspiration. I'm like, what else can I be singing about? Hey, why not just give God praise and spread the word, tell the word about Jesus? You know?
Country music. I was thinking CMA, the Country Music Awards, should really consider African artists because their music inspired a lot of African artists because we listen to country music and most Americans are surprised when they hear Africans really appreciating country music. So now, ELEDUMARE. Yes. I listen to it and I can't stop listening to it.
Thank you.
Now, most of us, we love the love songs and the country music and everything, but I have to tell you, when I listen to ELEDUMARE, it wakes me up in the morning and it takes me to sleep.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's so inspiring. Even though, you know, the accent may be different from what Americans are used to, but I think they can still appreciate it. Now, I want you to tell us, what is the message in ELEDUMARE?
My God, ELEDUMARE. ELEDUMARE is a Yoruba word for God, simply God. ELEDUMARE is God, but it depends on how you are, you know, talking to God and when you're talking to Him. Yes. So that song, ELEDUMARE, it just came. I was in the studios trying to put some songs together, and the producer was, you know, busy playing his instrument, and the song just came, was a big inspiration. And I started thinking, God, look at where you've brought me from. Look at all the things you've done for me.
Absolutely.
How else can I praise you? That's how the song just came up. I actually went to the studio with another song, but ELEDUMARE just came. So I'm like, why not send this message out there for people who have been in my shoes, or
Yes.
people out there struggling, or people
Yes.
who probably don't even know God.
Yes.
So ELEDUMARE means God, and the song actually is just appreciating God, you know, for everything He's done, for, you know, where He's brought me from where I'm going, where I am right now, my family, everything. So Baba ELEDUMARE is a fusion of the native, we call it Pidgin English in Nigeria.
Okay.
So Pidgin English is English, but it's kind of like broken.
Broken.
So when you hear Baba ELEDUMARE, Baba simply means father. Baba ELEDUMARE, Baba God, there's no one like you. I love you so much.
Yes.
That's what it, you know, is singing. I love God so much. Baba ELEDUMARE, I've looked around the world. Nobody like you can love me the way you do, because of all the blessings that you've given me, everything. So it's just a song of appreciating God, a song of giving Him praise, and just spreading it out there. And we use the broken language so that my goal is for our mothers out there.
Yeah.
In the marketplace, they're selling pepper or selling gari. They can just start praising God.
Absolutely.
Even though I'm here doing this, but I still appreciate you.
Yes.
Because there's so many people that didn't wake up.
Yeah.
They went to bed last night, they didn't wake up. So I appreciate you, God. You know, there's so many people want to do stuff, like come to the market and do something. They don't even have hands.
Absolutely.
They're in the hospital sick. So every day that I wake up, I give God praise.
Yes.
So that's what that song is all about. It's a song of, I want people to dance, bubble,
And
praise,
you know what?
appreciate.
They certainly will dance
Exactly.
because the rhythm,
Yes.
it's a song of praise. If you know African music and our drumming
Yes.
and instruments and
Right.
everything, ELEDUMARE makes you want to dance. So you can even dance to a party. So I can tell the influence, the life experiences, because they say people that have undergone or experienced challenge do the best artwork. And I have to tell you, ELEDUMARE is one for the books.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you so much.
who are some of the gospel artists that, you know, might have influenced you, that you admire? You know, do you have any?
Oh, yes, I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them.
Give us a short list.
I have a lot of them, but starting from home, right? Believe it or not,
Yeah.
there's this lady called Agatha Moses.
Yeah, I know her.
I don't know if she's
Yes.
still singing, but I
don't
really
know.
did. I fell in love with that lady.
She had kind of
because-
like an anthem almost.
Yes,
at
like,
every event.
oh Lord, thank you. We say thank you. Immortal Redeemer, we say thank you.
Yeah.
You know? So I
remember.
like that, you know, she just
Yes.
fuses so many beats and
Yes.
so many songs of praise, and I really love her. So she's one of them. And coming back here, I'm just beginning to fall in love so much with Tamala Mann. I think that's her name.
Tamala Mann.
Tamala Mann. What's that her song she sang? What's that song? Take me to the King. Very beautiful.
Yes, I know. I know the song.
I love
Yeah,
that
that's
song.
a beautiful song.
Okay. Yolanda Adams, of course. She's
Everybody
darling.
loves her.
I love her so much. But coming back to the biggest of the biggest.
Tell me.
Mr. Jonathan Butler.
Oh.
If you're listening to me, call me. Because
Jonathan.
I can't wait to collab with you. And I can't wait to be on the same stage with you. I love him so much.
Yes.
He's a guy, he's an immigrant like me.
Yes.
I read a little bit about him from South Africa. Probably, I think he said he's the youngest of 12 children.
Yes.
My God.
He is quite an inspiration.
My God.
Yes.
And
is
then
quite an
he
inspiration.
has a daughter that sings with him.
Yes.
I was watching a YouTube of them together. Beautiful, beautiful. I love him so much. His songs just takes me to another level. There's Falling in Love with Jesus. Oh, falling in love with Jesus.
All right. Jonathan, if you heard, please give us a call.
Falling in love with Jesus was the best thing I've ever done. Oh my God.
That was
Do you see how I'm feeling right now?
I know, I see your feeling. We need to rein you back in. Jonathan,
Call
if you
me,
hear
call
this,
me.
please give us a call.
Yes.
Now, you're a mother, and I'm a mother.
Yes.
Shifting gears a little bit. We can't ignore the things that are happening around us, can we?
Absolutely. We can't.
If we want to take it all the way from home, I went to boarding school
Me too.
back home, so you know what
Me
I'm talking
too, yeah.
about. And we're here, but we always think of home, you know, how we can make things better. And that's the life of an immigrant. You're always straddling the fence.
Absolutely.
You're here, your heart is there,
Absolutely.
your heart is here.
Because you have family. You see our
You
families
know,
there. Yeah.
And it's just the motherland.
can't
Doesn't matter
ignore.
where you're from.
Yeah.
And the recent event a few months ago with Boko Haram
Oh, gosh.
and the over 200 daughters.
Girls.
Now, you know, a lot of immigrants out here send their children back home to
Yes.
go to school.
Yes.
So we can't afford to ignore stuff like this.
That's true.
I really want to know, you're from Nigeria, you're a mother, you have a platform, you have a voice. What is really your message? Or what do you think that we as women in the diaspora, including our fellow American mothers, what can we do to change the perception of how women are used as pawns in political debates, political negotiations, religious debates, religious negotiations? What do we need to start doing to change the mindsets?
Pamela.
Maybe through a...
Pamela, this is a very delicate issue. And I'm not one that talks politics.
I know
honestly.
that.
But as a mother, it's really heartbroken. And my heart goes out to, you know, the parents, especially the mothers that are going through daily agony, you know, of not knowing what's happening to their daughters, if they're still alive, because the stories are most of them actually died, you know, so we don't know. What can we do? The whole world is into this thing. Our Chibok girls, bring back our girls, bring back our girls. But the government, I think, has a big role to play in this, you know, because we can carry cars and sing all day long, bring back our girls. Even our president's wife, Michelle Obama, is in it.
She's in it.
You know, so many women all over the world, you know, they're all in it. So I think it's all in the government's hand right now. We can always say, we can always speak, we can always plead, but the government has to really intervene. I know I was in Nigeria in May, and there was this big old convention in Abuja. So many people from different countries were coming to see what they can do, you know. So everybody is in it, and we just pray that God will just intervene and help us out. So, but we can't stop talking, we can't stop praying, we can't stop begging. And just a few days ago, I saw another release video from this Boko Haram people, just making fun of people like, oh yeah, you want us to bring up your girls and stuff like that. That's ridiculous. I mean, what else can we do? We just keep praying.
And we pray for them.
And we just keep
God
praying.
changes their hearts.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's, you know, that's really all we can do. And just pray for the parents also, the families back home.
Yes.
That are just going through this, you know, pain, daily pain, you know.
So Boko Haram, please bring back our girls and
bring
change
back
your
our
hearts.
girls. Please, bring back our girls.
And now coming back home where we are here.
Yes.
See, there's trouble home, the motherland, there's trouble here too.
Everywhere, girl. Everywhere.
And we mothers, we can't just be quiet, right? And if God has given us this platform, we might as well use it for something.
Yes.
The immigration crisis that's going on. First of all, there's been an outcry for these children that have been crossing the borders from Honduras, El Salvador,
South America,
from Central America here. And I really want to hear your thoughts, because as African immigrants or European immigrants, and most immigrants from other parts of, you know, far away from the oceans, you don't get to come to the United States by crossing borders.
No.
You have to get your visa. And you have to catch a flight. However, just imagine this. What would you do if you lived next door and your children were being harassed and raped and killed in the streets? As a mother, would you do the same? Would you be able to send your children or take them with you to go right next door where there's milk and honey? Or would you just sit back and let your children be killed? I'm really trying to find out, maybe we need to educate Americans about the plight of immigrants, why they're here, why they come here in the first place, and what they contribute. So, Ehinome, I really want you to say, I know you have some opinions about this.
Definitely.
So I really want to hear it.
I have some opinions, Pam, and it's very touchy. Again, you know, my heart goes out to all these families. It's not easy. You know, there's a whole lot involved in this. One, all the crime going on in those countries, right? That's actually chasing them away needs to be addressed.
Absolutely.
Okay? So coming from my medical background, it's just like putting a Band-Aid on a wound. It's still underneath, it's not addressed.
Exactly.
So it needs to be addressed. So I really don't blame these families for trying to jet.
Exactly.
Because the borders are right there and it's very easy. It's not like us, like you said, from Nigeria. People sleep in the embassy trying to get a visa. You know, for weeks, and they might not even get this visa. And they can't cross. So, but these people are so close. That's exactly what they do. The journey is not easy. You know, I was looking at TV, looking at how they're trailing little kids, you know, hungry and all that stuff. So it's very sad. I don't blame them for crossing and coming over, but America can still help. And, you know, America is a big We help everybody.
We do.
So people saying, oh, they need to go back, they need to be chased back. I don't agree with that. If there's something we can do, like they've already set up some shelters where they house these children and their families, that's awesome, you know. But I'm not sure what the country can actually do to address this problem.
Yes.
It needs to be addressed. And then our borders also has to be properly secured. So it won't be so easy for people to cross over, you know. So, but helping them, if the country can do whatever they need to do to address the government of those people and to stop all the whatever commotion is chasing them away from there.
Yes.
That's my little take on that.
Yeah.
That's my little take.
I appreciate your take because I think that immigration should not be an issue of cherry picking, you know, the celebrity immigrants that are able to come.
Yes.
If you're a great athlete, you're able to come. What about the children who are fleeing the kind of agony, you know? We're not saying that leave the borders open and let the country be flooded.
Right.
But I think that if the children are here, like these children that are here right now, you know, just agreeing to what you've said, I think we should treat them humanely.
Absolutely.
You know, there should be a humane approach.
Absolutely.
I feel embarrassed.
And it's really not their choice.
Yes.
If they had a better choice, they're not going to leave their country,
Yes,
you know?
They wouldn't.
So these are little kids.
Yes.
Family separation. The men are there, the women are here, the kids are here, all over the place.
Yes.
Nobody wants that for their family. So, you know.
So do you think that the Americans that are on the streets picketing and asking these children to be sent back, is it an insensitivity to the plight of immigrants, or is it just that they are ignorant about the value that immigrants bring here? For instance, you sitting here.
Yeah.
If we went to go over your resume and see what you've contributed to this society, you don't know if those children tomorrow would be the ones that will save lives.
Absolutely.
Because we can't put them in the category of crime. They haven't committed any crimes.
No.
They are children.
They're running away from crime.
Exactly.
They're running away
so
from crime.
Is it maybe our media, the mainstream media, has not done maybe its job in really showcasing what immigrants are about? Because, for instance, that's why we're sitting here.
Yeah.
And frankly, talking to Americans and saying, these are the images, these are the faces of immigrants.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
So maybe treat these children well so they don't fall in the cracks. And that's why we've been pushing for immigration reform.
Absolutely.
A humane approach maybe. Okay, we can come from Nigeria by the borders, but irrespective.
Yes.
You know, so maybe by doing stories, showcasing you and others, maybe, who knows, hopefully someone is listening.
That is so true. That is so true. Because you never know what these children, you know, will become in the future.
You don't know.
You know, so chasing them back to that life of crime, it's not
a solution.
It's not a solution at all.
Now, shifting gears to more fun stuff, you know, we empathize with everything that's going on in the world, but we need Christ, like you said.
Yes.
So where can we find the next uplifting ELEDUMARE, Ehinome hit?
Come in. We're working. We're doing a whole lot of work right now. So trying to push this one, and then we're, you know, moving very fast because people are already asking already, same question. So we're going to be getting some more records out, more hits, more, you know, singles. And people can actually get this right now on my YouTube. The video is there on YouTube. And then you can actually go on iTunes and download Ehinome right now, ELEDUMARE. So go on iTunes, Spotify. When you go to TuneCore has a lot of stores. Whatever stores is in there, Spotify, iTunes, and so many of them, you know, you can get the CD, okay? So ELEDUMARE is out there. Go get your copy. Go on YouTube and see the video. You can like my page on Facebook, Ehinome. That's the name on Facebook. And also, if you're in Africa or Nigeria, my management company over there is List Entertainment. You can also, it's on the, you'll see it there, List Entertainment. You know, contact them. The phone number is there. They can, you know, ship you the CD. So we're doing a lot of work. We're going to be collaborating. Want to travel around the world and just spread the good news that, you know, just tell people about Christ. Really, that's my goal. Tell people about Christ, and then bring people to Him as well. Those that want to know Him, we'll talk to them, and then let God just do His work. And we pray that God will heal this world.
Absolutely.
You know? Yes.
Like, you know, the late Michael said,
yes.
Heal the world.
Heal the world. Heal the world. Because, yes, we really need it. We need it.
So on that note, we have come to an end of our conversation.
Thank you.
It's really been a pleasure.
Same here.
And I wish you all success, all the best. Keep inspiring.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
And maybe next time on Frank Talk, we'll be
Yes.
talking about something else, and maybe our girls will be back.
Yes.
Immigration will be better.
Yes.
More humane
Definitely.
approach. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of our most captivating conversation with Ehinome, a phenomenal sister who is paving the way for millions and millions of immigrant women here in the United States and around the world that are trying to do something and realize their dreams. If you're interested in more information about Ehinome, which you should be, because she's an emerging mogul, you want to know her path to success, be sure to visit her on Facebook, Twitter, and possibly an Instagram account. And also, be sure to download her music on iTunes and check out her video on YouTube. She has been inspiring and hopefully has touched many lives today. If you have any comments about our conversation today or are interested in any topics that you think would be great for us and for you, be sure to visit us on www.immigrantmagazine.com. Also visit our Facebook and like us, and visit our Twitter account at #TheImmigrantMag. Thank you very much, and we look forward to another edition of Frank Talk on Team TV Hollywood.
I've been around the world, nobody at all, no way fit to love me like the way you do. I did jolly today, not be by my power, if not for your love, oh, my way out for day. So I thank you, Lord, for my family, I bless your name, 'cause you've been there for me when all hope was lost, oh.